All right, welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, it's been a bit, hasn't it? If you don't follow the Facebook page, I did a little update on there uh, earlier today, just talking about my concerns for the future of the podcast. And not to make excuses, but yeah, I took last week off. I took last week off because this past weekend was our Thanksgiving. We had, what's up, Eugene? How you doing? Welcome. We had our Thanksgiving a week early because, as kids grow older, they get jobs, they get careers, all that kind of fun stuff. And then you have to try to plan stuff together, and it just becomes so much fun. Um, Props to my wife for not completely losing her mind in the process and trying to plan this. But everything came together. Had a great dinner this past weekend. So we had our turkey. Everyone, a majority of people are having theirs this coming Thursday or whenever this coming week sometime. So happy Thanksgiving. A little early, whatever. Um, I gotta say, my bird turned out absolutely tremendous. Um, it wasn't dry at all. It was juicy. It was incredible. That's what happens when you baste it every hour on the hour, folks. Remember, baste your turkey. So, and then we'll get into some concerns about the channel, but we'll do that after the review. Um, and it's basically just repeating what I did on Facebook earlier today, and looking into some other options for the future, just in case. So, MLW, we're going to be reviewing episodes 84 and 85 from the last 2 weeks, catching up a little because we hadn't talked about it since the super fight, and we've had a lot happen. And like I said, when I was talking about the super fight, there's been a lot of changes lately in the world of MLW. A lot of new faces, title changes, all that kind of stuff. As we close out 2019 and going into 2020, um, contracts are getting, re-signed. The women's division is finally kicking off. We've been very, very patient on that one. But I gotta say, I am excited about it, and we'll be talking about that a little bit too, because we had our first match on 85 from this past week, and stuff going on this coming Thanksgiving. We're actually going to have some wrestling on Thanksgiving. Now, it's going to be on the YouTube channel. It's not going to be on BN Sports. They got something else going on. Critical Sting, what is up? Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, let's catch up on some MLW now, should we? So this is coming from the Florida tapings. They hadn't been down there for a while because they've been kind of just spreading out all over the place. When they relaunched, they kind of settled in Florida and did a bunch of tapings over the course of last year. And then they started spreading out to New York, hit Chicago a handful of times over the last year, made it up to, the Milwaukee area. Still have not made it back. Really crossing my fingers for that one. And at this point, I don't even care where they come around here. If they can't come to that that Waukesha County Expo Center, whether that was kayfabe or not, that they couldn't come back because they caused so much damage. I didn't think they caused that much damage. But I guess we'll find out if they come back or not. Because I really don't want to go down to Chicago every time they come to the area. But whatever, I guess in 2020 we got to do what we got to do. They've been down in Dallas, something like that. So they're slowly expanding. They're not expanding as much as say like Impact Wrestling has, but they're getting there. They're getting there. They're locking down contracts. They've been slowly growing over the last year and a half, and that's good to see. That's good to see because some have debuted within this last year and already gone away. Like, what the hell was that? Ring Warriors out of Vegas. Yeah, they disappeared. They never came back. Never heard from them again. And as we get into this, folks, don't forget to smash this like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications for no matter how long we last here on YouTube. We'll get into that later, though. We'll keep it. We'll try to keep it positive for now here. Talking about MLW. But all right. So, and speaking of new faces here, we got some new. This is a new face that we had in Contra coming out with Joseph Samael. We got Akira Kwan. And I gotta say, for seeing this guy for the first time, going up against Marshall Von Erich with Ross at ringside, I was impressed. This is the first time I'm really paying attention to him. I know he was on the pre-show for Super Fight, and I just never got around to watching it. I watched a couple little things here and there. Was contemplating reviewing it, and it just got away from me. It's been too long now. So this is the first time I'm really getting eyes on this guy. And his athleticism is there. It's my first match seeing him, so I really can't say too much. But I gotta say, I was impressed. He really gave Marshall a run for his money. And Marshall was about to get, he was about to seal the deal with the Claw. And then Joseph Samael at ringside comes in and clobbers him. He hit him with, I don't know if he hit him with something or if he just, did a double axe handle or whatever. I'd have to go back and actually watch the replay of it. But nonetheless, he attacked him, causing the DQ. Marshall still gets a win here. And, man, he has a rough couple episodes. He really does. We'll get into that. But nonetheless, Von Erich's get a win here. Then we get an update on MJF getting some plastic surgery. Complaining that the claw that the Von Erichs, I don't remember who it was, but I guess it was Marshall Von Erich, put the claw on him and caused so much damage that he had to attempt to get Botox injections in his face. And then they screwed up the Botox injections, so now he needs plastic surgery. What a horrific situation here for MJF. Please keep the salt of the earth in your thoughts and prayers as he goes through this devastating experience. I mean, my goodness, I've never heard of anything like this before. This is just critical. Oh, what a riot. So next we have Richard Holiday and Alex. They keep calling him Alex. It's so weird. It's Alexander Hammerstone or just Hammerstone. He's said on social media, I don't know how many times. It's like, don't call him Alex. And they keep announcing him as Alex Hammerstone. It's so funny. I wrote it down and I'm like, wow, that's weird. That just looks weird. Alex Hammerstone. I mean, it's his name, but I just call him Hammerstone. But they go up against some more new faces that I'm not real familiar with. But I gotta say, these guys were impressive, and I can't wait to see more from these guys. Douglas, I think they're going to be used more as singles, maybe in the future. But lately, for what I've seen them here, we're seeing them as tag team. Douglas James and Dominic Guarini, who are both come from the world, I guess, from the MMA world, kind of similar to Tom Lawler. Same but different, I guess. So and I got to say, I was impressed because they did a lot of a lot of grappling skills, a lot of mat skills. It looked good out there. And but the ending was weird. I didn't like the ending, and the only reason why I didn't like the ending is because I just don't like count out finishes. But the match leading up to that was good, so I'm not going to say, oh, the match was crap because of the ending, because a lot of people get that critical. They go, oh yeah, well the match sucked because of the ending. No, the match was decent. I mean, I was impressed with these guys. And for not watching MLW a whole lot lately and catching up with these last two episodes, I thought they worked out pretty good. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Douglas actually gets back because they do a 20 count. They do a 20 count for countouts. Time allowed outside the ring. And Douglas James barely gets back in, and Hammerstone rolls in with a shocked look on his face, like, oh. And it was all because of that devastating DDT that he got from Douglas James. It really didn't look that devastating. In fact, I think one of the announcers said something to the effect of, he didn't get all of that, but he got enough, apparently, because he got a count out. So Douglas James gets the win here because he was the legal man in the match. So he actually gets the win over Hammerstone. So if that's what earned him the open weight championship title match in the next episode, that's a really weird way to get a championship shot. It really is. But nonetheless, that's what we get. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, one thing that we got in the episode before that I don't think I covered. So Teddy Hart lost his championship in episode, I believe it was 83. It was in the fallout from Super Fight. Lost it to Myron Reed. Damn good match. But Teddy Hart had a fireball go off in his eye, courtesy of Contra. Excuse me. But so, and they keep saying that he's out indefinitely. Now, if you know the history of people and fireballs and Contra, Contra's made many an exit for a character in this brand. Lucha Brothers. I'd have to go back and actually look at the episodes, but there's been at least a half a dozen to a dozen people that we have not seen again, courtesy of Contra, by way of these fireballs or people setting, them setting fires and just attacks in general. So that makes me wonder what's going on with Teddy Hart. I tried doing a little research before this, trying to see if it's like, okay, it's a legit injury. He hurt himself doing something in another match. I have not heard anything as far as, because I'm like, okay, that this fireball can't be why he's gone. So I don't know what's going on, and I don't know when his contract is up. So I'm not going to assume anything. I'm not going to speculate anything. All we know is that they keep saying that Teddy Hart is out indefinitely. But usually when they say that in this brand, that means they're just gone. But we'll see. We'll see. Teddy Hart, I mean, I hope he's not, because Teddy Hart has been one of the most amazing guys in this brand of professional wrestling. Between 2018 and 2019, Teddy Hart's comeback story has been something just amazing to watch. And if you're new to this channel and you're just watching this and you haven't watched a lot of MLW, please. Because there's so many people out there that are like, oh, well, this brand sucks and that brand sucks. If you have not given MLW a chance, please give this brand a chance. I gotta say, it's been one of the better brands of wrestling, and it's only an hour. It's an easy watch. And I've said it, I don't know how many times before. Jesse Cole, what is up? Excuse me. So yeah, we'll see what's up with Teddy Hart. I will do my best to try to do a little more research and see what happens. Like I said, I'm not going to assume anything. I'm not going to speculate too much, but I don't know. If he's legit injured, if somebody knows something, hey, let me know, because I don't know. Hit me up on social media, drop a comment in, whatever. Let me know, because I don't. Let's see. So then we get, now this is still 2 weeks ago when this episode is going on here. Finally pops up Jesse Cole with the too sweet. There we go. They announce the live Thanksgiving evening. So that would be this Thursday. This Thursday, we are having professional wrestling. I didn't catch the time. I got to double check the time. What did they say? 6 o'clock, 6:30? Something. I got to double check. But nonetheless, we are having wrestling on Thanksgiving. Wasn't that always a thing back in the day? The WWF would have the Survivor Series on Thanksgiving. It's like no matter what day it was always on Thanksgiving, wasn't it? Maybe, I don't know. And then they had the gobbledygooker show up and just wrecked everything. No, I don't know. So hey, we got wrestling on Thanksgiving. So yeah, I might go live Thursday night reviewing it. we are supposed to have. Okay, so originally it was announced that Marshall von Erich was going to get a championship shot against Jacob Fatu, the MLW champion. Now, that changed later. Where is it here? I wrote it down. Here we go. So then that changed because at the beginning of the next episode, Marshall is attacked. So then it's Ross von Erich versus Fatu for the championship on Thanksgiving. That's pretty damn cool. How long has it been since a von Erich went for a championship? I mean, besides the tag championships. This is pretty exciting. I'm excited for this. Then we're gonna have the debut of King Mo versus Ricky Martinez. Now it's been a while since we've seen King Mo. King Mo was in Impact Wrestling for a while, but I don't remember what the hell he did there. I honestly don't. I think he was in there at a time that I wasn't really watching much. So we'll see what he's doing. I mean, I don't know what he's done in the indies. I know he's another MMA guy. I mean, they're hiring a lot of MMA guys. They're really at the forefront of this whole crossover thing, aren't they? It's kind of interesting. And they've had a few others too, like they had Jake Hagar for a while. And then we're also getting the tag team of Injustice versus Gringo Loco and Zenshi. So that's looking pretty awesome for Thanksgiving. A nice amount of wrestling there. That's good. Oh, Critical Sting says in simple terms, King No didn't do shit. Okay, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, because I couldn't remember. I knew he was there, and I knew he did something. I couldn't remember what. I know he did more than that. That football. Who was that football guy that wrestled with Team 3D in TNA back in the day? I cannot remember. But he basically threw a football at someone. That was the extent of his wrestling. And that was just damn embarrassing. None of the Bellator guys did anything those days. This is true. Critical Sting's going to come up with this name. I know he is. Who was that guy? Brian? No, not Brian Urlacher. This is much later than that. That was oof. I don't follow football. Neither do I. I can't watch that. Oh my god. The officiating, excuse me. The officiating has driven me away from the NFL. It is so damn horrible. But thank you. It's okay. Thank you for playing. I'll think of it. Someone will come up with it. So that's a list of the matches. They didn't list them all in this episode, but I figure I have them. I'll just, do them. Pacman Jones, that's it. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Thank you. See, you did know it. D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo Williams actually had a damn good match. What did he have that? A year or two ago, whatever that was? That was damn good. People want him to come back because he was so good. And he just stopped. It was amazing. He didn't want to go downhill from there. He was like, "Oh, I had a great match. That's it." But yeah, Pac-Man, he blew. Pac-Man just sucked. So damn embarrassing. Thank you. I knew you'd get it. Coming through again. All right, so now we have King Mo at ringside, looking very focused. What did they say? He looks very, very focused, I think. We got the main event here for this episode, Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Filthy Tom Lawler. Now, let me tell you. Let me talk to you. This match has been a long time coming. People have been clamoring for this match since back when Filthy Tom Lawler, earlier this summer, was champ. People wanted Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Filthy Tom for the championship. And because of timing and whatever else, it just didn't happen. We got Fatu, and Fatu blew up and took the championship within a month of him being there. It felt like. I know it wasn't a month, but it felt like it. Because he was in Chicago, he tore through Milwaukee, he went back to Chicago? I forget. No, went to Dallas? I forget. But he just tore through a ton of people and got that championship. Crazy. Elijah Washington, what is up? Welcome. But this main event, Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Filthy Tom Lawler. Holy shnikes. This match was tremendous. Here we go. American Badass. Make me want to start rapping like Kid Rock. No, I will not do that. I will not do that for you folks. No. MLW, Tom Lawler versus King Mo. Oh, that'd be interesting. Let's see what King Mo does in this first match on Thanksgiving. Okay? Let's see what he does. Sign a new deal, very smart. Yes, congratulations to Tom Lawler. I was getting to that. Signed a new multi-year exclusive deal. Very interesting. Very interesting. Andre Corbeil, what is up? That thumbnail. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. And it's funny because I'm excited about that lovely young lady being what seems to be at the top of the women's food chain in MLW's women's division. And that's Mrs. Darby Allin, if you will. Priscilla Kelly. Some people do not like her. Are you putting this up, bro? Yes. Yes, I will. You bet. This will be up. You can catch the replay at wrestlingwithwrestling.com. Going to be good tomorrow night. Yes, it is. Andre says she's sexy. Yeah, she's very attractive. Yes. So, we'll get to that in a little bit. But this match between Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Filthy Tom, oh my God. The grappling in this one, so damn good. So good. I knew this was going to be good, and I wasn't let down. So that was a tremendous main event. And Filthy Tom, you can feel something changing in Filthy Tom. He's a great wrestler, but in towards the end of this match, he did a lot of strikes, but then in the middle of all the strikes, he got him with the eye poke. And he got him with the eye poke. Sometimes they go, oh, you got me. Oh, you got me. Well, he did get him. Shoot or not, he got him. Because by the end of the match, this all underneath here was already turning black and blue and swelling up horribly. So that was interesting. So whether he meant to do that or not or whatever, he got him. He got him good. And then it was interesting. He got him with a backbreaker over his knee after the eye poke and some other stuff, and then pinned him. And so a very interesting finish there. But a great wrestling match. Some really good grappling in this one. It made me happy. Filthy Tom gets the win with this one. But like I said, you could sense a change in Filthy Tom. Maybe Filthy Tom's getting a little more filthy. Cuts a promo at the end of this one. And then we lead into episode number 85. And as I get into episode number 85 from 84, don't forget to smash that like button and smash that sub button as well. We hit 775, folks. That is tremendous. We keep rising. And I also want to take a second to just thank everyone. If you voted, I'm not expecting to win, but if you voted for Smash This Podcast, because voting's over now. It's after midnight here. Voting's over. If you voted for Smash This Podcast, or if you voted for Total Nonstop Impact for me and the guys in another category, thank you. If you shared the Google Doc from the Wrestle Hub for voting, thank you. Whatever you did to spread the word, whether it was vote or sharing, thank you. It's much appreciated. I've never taken part in something like this before. Last year, I don't know. Just wasn't excited about it, but I was so happy for Ant getting the win there. So I think that sparked a little interest that, someone that I was podcasting with, when I was part of that podcast family at the time, that was eye-catching. That made me take notice. I was like, it's very interesting. So, but nonetheless, we're going to find out on December 8th on the Wrestle Hub YouTube channel. I'll be tuning in. I'm very excited about it. And apparently the Wrestle Hub is starting to create a little network of podcasts. And they want to get some their social medias, a little more, some more stuff going on. I guess they have a website too they're going to be working on. So very interesting. I don't know if I'm going to jump in on that or not, because I'm already part of so many different things. I got my own thing. I got the Total Nonstop Impact stuff. I put content on MLW, on not MLW. I put content on, oh my God, wrestlingwithwrestling.com. Oh my goodness. Trying to keep up with the social medias, that in itself is just crazy. So yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything. It really is. All right. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you, everyone, for the love. Whatever you did to help, it's much appreciated for me or me and the guys. Elijah says MLW women's title going to look good. Yeah, I have not seen this championship yet. I'm assuming that's going to come sooner than later. But I think they've got to just stay consistent with it as first and foremost. And for an hour-long show, I don't think they necessarily have to have one every week, but I feel like they certainly have to do better than a company like Ring of Honor that when I was watching on a regular basis, had a women's match like once a month. Okay. That's not how you have a women's division. That's sad and that's pathetic. Don't have a women's division unless you can do it well. So I'm hoping and praying that MLW can have a successful women's division. So we get into this episode, MLW number 85, with Marshall von Erich just laying on the ground, and he is writhing in pain because someone hit him with a pipe or a billy club or something to the back of the leg. He's he's selling it all right. So they're looking down the hallway, and someone get a doctor. There was a doctor right behind Marshall von Erich. Wasn't that Dr. Pritchard? Dr. Pritchard, wasn't it? Yeah, some of my legends I'm not too familiar with, but I'm pretty sure that was Dr. Pritchard. That's one of the newer faces in MLW and behind the scenes. So, and we see a couple other new faces here coming up. We've got this. Oh my God, this was just goofy as hell. This Falls Count Anywhere match between Mance Warner and Jimmy Havoc. This one went on and off over the course of the episode, but I'm just going to wrap it all up in one lovely little bow here. This one started in the building, went on the road. It was like a classic, on the run thing. Reminded me of back in the day of Piper chasing Goldust in one of those WrestleManias. But that was more to look like the OJ chase than anything. This was nothing like that. This was just plain goofy, but nonetheless. They ended up at supposed to be Jimmy Havoc's apartment, and they wrestled all over the apartment. Jimmy Havoc even getting his face stuck in the toilet. What do they call that back in the day? They call it a swirly, I think, or something. Oh my God. Flashbacks from abuse in high school. Whew. No, I can say I never had that. Jeez Louise. What else did they do? Okay, so then they fought in the apartment, and then they drove to the campus of all places, Full Sail University. And if you know wrestling, you know what's at Full Sail University. NXT. So that was just kind of funny that they were like, oh yeah, we're at Full Sail University. What are you guys doing there? Are you planning an invasion angle? So it was just, I think it was just a little shot, just a little, not much of one, but whatever. They're going to have to bump up their security at Full Sail, I think. Oh, too damn funny. So then, what the hell did they do? Oh, he splashed moonshine in Jimmy Havoc's face. Jimmy Havoc just, oh my God, what a mess. What else did they do here? And then they made their way back to the club. Oh, and then they were stapling money on each other and all that stuff, and then cutting each other. They they got the tacks out. And did I even mark who? Okay, yeah. So Mance gets the win. Oh, But when they left the building, I've failed to mention this. When they left the building, Krista Joseph, a la we'll say formerly of Lucha Underground, formerly of WWE fame, who is now another behind the scenes production booker, whatever you want to call him. He's working behind the scenes with MLW. So congratulations. I know I've mentioned it before, but congratulations to Krista Joseph. Jimmy Havoc takes Krista Joseph, throws him out of the car. Completely uncensored. Krista Joseph's like, what the fuck? Or something like that. Oh, I was laughing so hard. I had to rewind it. I was like, oh my God, was that Krista Joseph? They just stole his car? Oh, that's money right there. That was just hilarious. So yeah, you see and you hear Krista Joseph for just a brief moment as Jimmy Havoc is stealing his car. And then, like I said, it went on from there with the moonshine and the apartment brawl and all that stuff. So Mance Warner gets the win on that. And I think they're fighting one more time. Where are they fighting? They're fighting somewhere. They're fighting. Oh, I think I saw that they're fighting at the Opera Cup or something. I forget. But they are really getting a run for their money with this Mance Warner. You can't fight Callahan no more, so got to do the crazy hardcore stuff with him. Why not? That's what they're good at. So yeah, that was comical. It is what it is. It was. I'm not going to say, oh, it was the best brawl ever. No, I mean it was more funny than anything. So we get the first women's division, the first official, because they've had women's matches before, but they really didn't have a women's division. So this was the first official MLW women's division match versus Zeta. God, I can't read my writing. Zeta Zhang, excuse me, versus the Spider Lady. This when now I must have missed a little bit of whatever leading up to this, like promotion wise, like who is the Spider Lady? Oh, someone shared it with me on Twitter and said, I forget who I was talking to. Someone said, who do you think it is? Well, when I think of Spider Ladies, my first thought was Tara or Victoria or whatever she was called in whatever company. But wasn't she associated with spiders when she was in the WWF or WWE or whatever? It was like some part of her persona. So I was like, oh, maybe she's coming out of retirement and she'll be like an anchor in the MLW Women's Division. I'm like, I'm ready for that. I thought that'd be awesome. But I really don't know where she's at with wrestling. I know she's had leg problems or knee problems or whatever. Tara, oh, here we go. All right. So Tara and TNA had a tarantula. See, I knew there was something. And when she was part of, she had this like crazy run with Stevie Richards on Sunday Night Heat for a while or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, so that's who I thought it was initially because I'm thinking about spiders. But no, I was way off. And the spider. What the hell was that? Mega Man? Oh God. The spider lady. came out to a classic Faith No More tune. So that got me hyped. I was like, oh, tremendous choice in entrance music. Faith No More. Love me some classic Faith No More. Crazy good. So Zeta Zhang and the Spider Lady, it was a decent match. The Zeta Zhang really didn't have a chance here. She got some okay offense in, but the Spider Lady just too tough and ends up actually causing the DQ because she would not let up with the mandible claw and gets disqualified. So Zeta Zhang actually gets the win, but she doesn't really look like she gets a win here. And then security comes in, or more refs come in to break it up, check on Zeta Zhang, and Spider Lady is in the middle of the ring and rips off her mask, revealing Priscilla Kelly. Hence the thumbnail, because I just thought that was awesome. And like, I know, like, I get it. I understand. Priscilla Kelly has done some controversial things in wrestling. And unfortunately, when you do stuff like that, you know, it's kind of similar to, you know, Joey Ryan. Some people loathe Joey Ryan because of what he does with the dick jokes and the dick plexes. But he's a good, people forget, he's a good wrestler. Same thing with Priscilla Kelly. Yes, she's done some controversial things in professional wrestling. I hope she doesn't do those things in this brand. MLW does not need any more controversial things going on. You know, they lost. How many companies are going to lose Jim Cornette? I swear. She's a good wrestler. And I'm a little surprised she did not end up following her husband to AEW. But maybe they looked at her like, okay, she's kind of known for this controversial stuff. Maybe it's not a good time to bring her in. And I get that. AEW is really trying to build an audience, and they didn't want to take a chance on her. Somewhere down the road, maybe a couple of years from now, they will. And she can join her husband, which I think would be tremendous and proper, you know? Let's jump back in the chat here real quick before we continue. Andre says, we had a Chicago female wrestler work for us last weekend called the Black Widow. Oh, wow, that's interesting. They say, what is he doing? Running about, but you can't have it. Yeah. What it is, they said what it is, and they said what it is. What? Such a good song, and I love the piano ending. Oh, what is it? Oh, you're talking about was it the Epic from Faith No More? I'm like, you completely lost me. Yeah, with the flopping fish. Okay, yeah, that's Epic. Okay. 1989, about 30 years ago. Crazy. Elijah Washington says, yup. I'm not sure what he was yupping to, but he says, yup. Okay. So, yes, love me some classic Faith No More. You brought up ROH, nearly puked. Oh, they're not that bad, dude. So they're behind the scenes. I mean, they still have good wrestling. I'll say that. Their wrestlers deserve a better show to be on. There. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So this match between Zeta Zhang ends in DQ. Zeta Zhang gets the win. The Spider Lady is revealed as Priscilla Kelly with the mandible claw. Interesting. All right. The Jimmy. Okay, so we covered the Jimmy Havoc. Yeah. Jimmy Havoc Mance Warner fight. Okay. All right. Now, this Opera Cup tournament. Now, I did some research on this a while back. Apparently, this Opera Cup tournament, excuse me, they're not singing, okay? Which, the name of it is weird, but it's actually a classic tournament that Teddy Hart is bringing back to the light of day in this company. Okay. This is something that I believe his family founded years ago. I think that's what I read. I could be a little wrong on that one. But it's a classic wrestling tournament. I think that's pretty cool that they're bringing that back. So this is for the Opera Cup, which is supposed to be a very prestigious thing. So, okay, so here's the 4 matches revealed here. We got Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus, I'm going to butcher this, and I'm apologizing ahead of time, Shinjiro Otani. Now, I'm guessing he's from Noah. That's a guess. I'm not familiar with this guy. We also have Timothy. Oh my God. This is what happens when I go on so late. My brain can't handle it. I have a stroke. Timothy Thatcher versus Richard Holiday. Definitely having a stroke. We also, now this is interesting. We got Hammerstone versus MJF. They are pitting Dynasty against one another. Oh my God. It's going to create a disturbance in the Foss. And last but certainly not least, I can't wait for this one. I think I'm honestly most excited for this one. As much as I want to see Hammerstone clobber MJF. Brian Pillman Jr. versus TJP. So there you go. Anybody curious that TJP is actually signed with Impact Wrestling? No, it's not signed. It's probably a per date thing. Not exclusive to Impact Wrestling. We see TJP here. So that's great to see. That is great to see. Sky promo. No, I have not seen. I still got to watch last week's. Dude, I was way too busy with stuff to catch like anything from last week. Andre says Stone Cold Truth right here. WWE caters to the kids market. Ring of Honor caters to the flippy dippy market. MLW caters to 25 and older. Impact Wrestling caters to the millennials, and AEW caters to the SJW. Can I not classify myself as anything and say that I actually like just a lot of different companies? I like Impact, I like MLW, and I also like AEW. So I don't know what that makes me. Just a crazy old bastard, I guess. I don't know. But hey, whatever. To each their own. Love what you love in professional wrestling. Support what you support. Proudly. That's what I do. And that's why I don't get caught up in those arguments on social media. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I am going to say one thing real quick before I wrap this up with this last little bit of matches here. I'm not going to say any names. But someone decided to tag me in a conversation on Twitter. Okay? This conversation that I got tagged in, that I did not become a part of, by the way, I want to add that in there thoroughly. I got tagged in this conversation, and this conversation between these two or three people going back and forth about, well, my opinion's right and yours is wrong. Well, no, actually, mine's right and yours is wrong. Ladies, ladies, bitches, shut the hell up. You're both pretty. I could give a rat's ass about your opinion, but the fact that I had to go through 5 hours worth of a conversation that I was tagged in to find out it was just a couple of bitches arguing. Shut the hell up and don't tag me in your shit because I don't care. If you want to get my opinion on something, that's just fucking lovely, okay? And I'll give you my opinion if you really need it that bad. But do not tag me in 5 hours worth of bullshit conversation. Please, for the love of God. It's just so stupid. Because finally I called them both out and I'm like, oh my God, ladies, you're both gorgeous. Now shut the hell up. And the conversation actually did end shortly after that. So I gave myself a little pat on the back for that one. And like I said, I won't name names. I'll be nice. But damn. Do not tag me in bullshit. Please, for the love of God. I do not have the time for that kind of stupid shit. Have your opinions and let that be it. Please. God. All right. That being said, let's continue here. Then we get Priscilla Kelly. God, I almost started sweating on that one. And that one's done. All right, so we get Priscilla Kelly in a promo putting this newly found women's division on notice. And really seems like she wants to get in their heads. And it was a good promo. I can't, repeat it word for word, but it was good. I was impressed because I have not seen Priscilla Kelly in quite a while. So yeah, I'm impressed by this. I can't wait to see what they do next. I feel like if this is how they're launching it, I feel like Priscilla Kelly should absolutely, depending on who they all get, of course, but they could certainly make her the forefront of this division. But I think they got to be smart about this. Maybe keep some of the controversial stuff aside. But I haven't heard her doing that in well over 6 months. So maybe that was her just going through a phase or something, but whatever, I'm not going to say that she's garbage because she did it. Nah, whatever. Everybody does weird shit once in a while. This just happened to be some really weird shit. All right. So, putting the women's division on notice, good promo. Now we have the MLW National Openweight Championship up for grabs here. Douglas James versus the defending Hammerstone. Now, I'm like, I'm still catching up on some of this MLW stuff. When in the blue hell did they start calling him Hammerstone? I'm talking about here. Meat Castle. Meat Castle? Meat Castle. Like, it sounds more and more ridiculous every time I say it. But they tried to say it like it was like kind of like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. That's what I associate that with. Beefcake. Meat Castle. It just cracks me up. I don't know. Meat Castle. It makes me want to make a meme of like a giant weird looking steak and then stick Hammerstone's head on top of it. and then I don't know, hashtag Meat Castle. I don't know. It just cracks me up. Meat. Meat Cast, Big Cast confirmed AEW. Totally. Absolutely. So what are they trying to implement? Hammerstone is a big bag. No, no, dear God, no, please no. Oh. Hammerstone is above Bagwell. Look, I actually think he's got a combination of like because he's got kind of a gruff voice, so that makes me think of the Crusher. That's really classic there. And he's buff, kind of like Luger, but he's got a much better in-ring skill set, like similar to Brian Cage, super athletic. When I interview Sean Stasiak, I should actually grab you to co-host with me, Jay. Well, that would be interesting. I think he actually follows me. I have not tried to reach out to him. That was a couple of years ago when he really started like reaching out to the public. I was all excited for about 2 seconds, like, ooh, Sean Stasiak. He's like a therapist or something now. But I've heard about several people reaching out to him and him declining offers for interviews. So if you got him for an interview, congrats. It's interesting. Shane Douglas. Yeah, that's okay. All right. When he was like in really good shape, Shane Douglas. Yeah, okay. At least he's not Double H anymore. Double H? Yes, I said Double H. Oh, okay. All right. So, does anyone else in the chat think that J-Bone should move that skeleton a foot over so we can see him or her in the live stream? Press 1 yes or 2 for no. Well, first we got to move Dino. This review has completely gone off the road. So we stick Dino back with the beer. Yo. And then we put him like right. This guy doesn't stand very well. Oh, oh no. You had to mention that. There. Is that better? God, he's a creepy bastard. I got to get some clothes on him. It's like making me nervous back there. All right. Is that better? I don't know. I've seen CDC3 suffer enough. Andre the Skeleton is more over than half the WWE roster. I don't get that many views on here, but thank you. Thank you. If you remove him, you you ruined his character. Yeah, I totally see the franchise St. Douglas in Amherst. Oh, okay. All right. So let's continue here because this is, like I said, it's completely gone off the rails. I should have moved them over here. Should I move it? We'll leave it for now. There, I'll lean like this. All right. Because he's so sexy back there. His big bones. Hammerstone defending against. Oh, God. It's good to be back. Douglas James against Hammerstone. This was a good. this I'm reading Beat Castle and laughing. I'm sorry. Holidays at ringside. God, I can't even finish this. Douglas James, I gotta say, I was really impressed with Douglas James here. He really put up a hell of a fight, and he's given up a lot of size and a lot of power to Hammerstone. Hammerstone wins here. I did not think that Douglas James really had a chance here, but I gotta say I was impressed with Douglas James. He certainly is a guy I think down the road can give him some time, give him some experience in this company. Can certainly go for the middleweight championship down the road somewhere. Absolutely. But good, excuse me, a damn good match with Douglas James and Hammerstone. Who the hell? Someone came on and did that. Was that Trent? Something. Anyways, but yeah, Nightmare Pendulum wins the match. And Richard Holiday on commentary. Oh my God, that was so funny. I think AJ Kirsch kept messing with him. That was just ridiculous. First person I've ever seen use their fanny pack as a beer holder. Had me in tears. Doesn't everybody? The undead skeleton. Yes, the undead dead. Yeah, just like The Walking Dead. Elijah says, gee, I think Meat Castle Hammerstone will be more over with the name, but the fans making fun of him. I don't know. It's just like you suck to Kurt Angle. But I can't picture the crowd chanting Beat Castle. Beat Castle, Beat Castle. I don't know. It just sounds ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's funny. I like it. But Beat Castle, I don't know. It's going to haunt me now. Oh, God. Okay, so then we get the card for Thanksgiving night. I already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got King Mo debuting against, oh my God, my writing. Ricky Martinez, Gringo Loco, and Zenshi versus Injustice. I believe it's going to be Cotto, Brazil, and Jordan Oliver. I believe those are the two that are going to be wrestling. And then Fatu defending his championship against Ross Von Erich. And they said they got something special planned for the Von Erichs. That makes me a little worried. I'm not going to lie. Like, are they going to introduce someone new? They're going to bring some kind of new weapon, some new kind of fireball, something. I don't know. It's scary. We'll see. That Joseph Samael's a sick SOB. Then they talk about Tom Lawler re-signing. Congratulations. Joseph Samael also re-signed. A lot of new signings. Alicia Atout. Now, she was not on here, but she has been on social media talking about how she signed, and I believe the company said it too, how Alicia Atout signed with MLW as part of the, I'm guessing backstage, maybe interviewing something like that. Unless she, I heard commentary team, but that can mean a lot of different things. So, and I'm happy about that. And I'm a little surprised too. It's another name that I thought was going to get signed by AEW. So they changed their mind or something happened. I don't know. But she was a part of what, All In, I think. And like maybe one of the other pay-per-views, and they didn't have her back. So it really kind of surprised me. Andre says he dislikes Alicia Tao. So she's not everybody's cup of tea. Oh, and by the way, gentlemen, she is single again. If you have not heard, she is not with Trey Miguel anymore. YouTube to Impact to AEW to MLW. Yeah, I mean, she's really been all over the place. It's crazy. She was at All In, and she was at Double or Nothing. Okay, so she was at a couple shows, yeah. Double or Nothing being an actual AEW show, but All In was still like the inception of that whole thing. So yeah. Then we get so then I already talked about Mansoor and Havoc, but we have the conclusion of the Mansoor versus Havoc match. Mansoor winning, already mentioned that, and that's the end of the show. Elijah Washington asks, who attacked Von Erich? I don't know. I think I'm gonna guess. And I think maybe Lawler has something to do with it, because you can sense a heel turn coming, but I can't picture Lawler actually joining Contra. I would be shocked. Like, I can picture him turning heel. That's fine. He seems like a little more focused, a little more on edge. And his promos are getting better too. He's not trying so hard during his promos. He's keeping them simple. Just talking to the camera, talking to whoever's interviewing him. He's not staring off like this and looking like he's trying to read something like we get in other places. That's just annoying as hell when they do that shit. I feel a Tom Lawler heel turn. I hope it's not his brother. Oh, that would be no. I think no, because then they'd have to like take the tag belts off of them and have all that. I think it's way too early for something like that. Because then you just got too many heels. I mean, the Von Erichs are big fan favorites right now. I mean, if they did do something like that, I would really be shocked. I really would. I don't think it's that, but this video, Jay, go watch the PCO winter workout video I posted. Oh my God, the spit up portion will make you laugh so hard that you're gonna cry. You're scaring me, Andre. You're scaring me. I will. PCO. All right. Sped up portion. That's a little different. That is a little different as opposed to sped up. Okay. You're making me think it's like a Callahan thing or something, or a Tommy Dreamer thing, or Scott Hall thing. All right. Anyways, so that's it. Wrapping this one up. Oh, we've gone just a little over an hour. Okay. So, but we covered 2 episodes here and some news and some other stuff. So there you go. But yeah, so that's the end of reviewing these 2 episodes. I want to talk about the channel now here, just for if I can indulge you guys for a couple more minutes. I'm hearing all this stuff online about COPA and the FTC and all this stuff. And when good night, Elijah. Thanks for coming, man. When I started hearing this stuff about COPA and the FTC, I wasn't that worried. But the more I'm hearing about it, I'm really starting to worry about these fines and YouTube just getting rid of channels. And my stuff is not aimed at kids. I've already adjusted the settings. This is not for kids. I don't have stuff on my channel. I mean, there's maybe a couple videos in this realm of almost 1,000 videos on my channel that you could say maybe could be directed in a roundabout sort of way, because I talked about action figures or something. I've got Dino here. Does that mean it's aimed at kids? No, hell no. Because I've sucked on a couple suckers like Joey, Joey Ryan. Does that mean it's aimed at kids? No. What's the only other thing I can imagine that's... Oh, I've talked about here. I've reviewed a couple things like this, like the trading cards. Does that mean it's for kids? No. So it does make me a little worried about the future of this channel. What are they going to do to me? I've changed the settings. I've said it's not for kids. Because if they get fined, I'm done. If they fine me, I'm done. They're going to fine me $42K per video. I'll run for the border. You won't see. I'll become John Cena. You won't see me no more. I don't know what's gonna happen to this channel. I'm not gonna end my channel. I'm not gonna take it down. I've worked too long, too hard at this. I've been doing this for 6+ years. Okay. And it wasn't until the last couple of years that I actually really started giving a damn about growing an audience on here. It absolutely sucks that the government is basically taking over YouTube. What happened to us just wanting to create content for ourselves or for other people? Why are they so worried about parents and what their kids are watching on YouTube? Why don't you put the responsibility back on the parents and not on people like me that just do this for fun? Because God knows I ain't earning a penny. I've had one paycheck from YouTube. That is it. And then they got rid of monetization. And there went my couple pennies that I got. So like I said on my Facebook post earlier today, I don't know what's the future of this channel. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this without trying to worry too much. But I don't know. It's because the more I hear about shit, the more I'm worried. But I don't know. It sucks. Love my country, hate my government. What are you going to do? Freedom of speech is gone. What country is this again? It ain't America. It ain't America no more. Scary. Really scary. But even if this gets taken down somewhere within the next year because of Copa and whatever, I will do my damnedest to get this going on another format. That's why I always tell you guys, follow me on the social medias. Social on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. All my social medias are in the description of this video. Every video. So I don't know. But I've rambled enough about that. Gonna end it there. Thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the, what's going on, the future of this channel. I'm not going anywhere. You could find me $50 billion. You're not gonna take away my freedom of speech. My freedom of speech. You gotta put a bullet in my head to end my freedom of speech. Period. End of subject. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits yo screen. Good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.